Okay, I'm going to show you how I do it. I just finished my little Harry Potter one. And I start with my tape. I'll go just about the length of it with a little bit over. And sometimes I actually drop the tape and it lifts it up, so that's kind of annoying. So just kind of have it steady. But just start there. And I overlap a little bit. I don't know if you can really see. See how it like overlaps a little bit? I'll just lightly press it on there. And once it's all taped up, I'll grab my spoon and then I'll just go over it like this in circles. Just really press down on the tape. Sorry if the table's moving. Just plug in my iron so that it warms up. Really press the tape on there. And then just kind of like grab the tape. And I'll lift it up. Like that. And only one fell out this time, but you'll usually see where it's at. Some of the bigger ones, sometimes a lot more fall out, but not as bad. Just really try and press the tape on there. This is the parchment paper I just got from the dollar store. Alright. And then just put it on there. I'll just go in circles like that. Never keep it on one spot for very long. And because I didn't poke any holes in the back like sometimes is suggested, I just stop and then let it air off a little bit. So, because I guess if you don't really poke holes or air it off, then some of the beads somewhat explode. I mean, you'll kind of know what it looks like if it does happen. Doesn't necessarily ruin the picture, but doesn't look as good. The tape is kind of annoying. It's stuck to the parchment paper. But just go over it again and again. And I try and get like a full melt on the back side, so that way I know all the beads are melted together. Some people iron both sides. I don't like the way that looks, but it's definitely up to your preference. Just letting it air off again. See, it's melting already. Ugh. It does get kind of hot, so I have burned myself on my finger. I'm telling you, the tape is annoying on the parchment paper. I wouldn't say it's completely done yet, but you can definitely tell they're melting. Just remember to like go in circles too. So it's a little more. You can tell where like some beads aren't really melted and some definitely are. So because some of the bigger pieces I didn't really melt some beads together, and then they just start like popping off. I don't know. This one's melted to the parchment paper. That's the one issue I'm starting to have. Okay. I kind of tell right here. They're kind of melted to the parchment paper, but since this is the back, I'm not too worried. And then I'll flip it over while it's still hot. I'm going to start taking the tape off. And it's pretty hot, so. Ah, see? One popped off. So I'll just, oh shit. Some more popped off. So basically, I'll just flip it back over. See right here where some of them came off. I'll just, I don't know if you can see it. I can't really see. Just take my tweezers and fix it up a bit. Hold on. It's definitely fixable, so don't get too discouraged if that does happen. Sucks when it's like in bigger parts though. I'll just make sure all the beads are back in their spot, and then I'll just go over it again with the iron. They probably popped off because they still were not as melted. Okay. And then if you can kind of tell already, it's kind of like bending up a little bit. So just flip it over to the side I want. And so far I have these. Just put it on my piece and let it cool off while it's still warm. That way the pressure is on there so that it turns out flat when it's done. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really do like YouTube videos or anything like that, so please ignore me. I don't know, I just think I'm weird, but I hope you kind of get the picture. Alright, bye.